Hey everyone, Mars from Consequence here. I want to go over Stix. So, the first thing with Stix you want to do is you want to make sure you have the right comp for this fight. And I know that's a little cringe, um, but as the fourth boss, but it is what it is. Even now, I'm recording this video late. I didn't have much time. Um, Boomkins and Shadow Priest are still extremely good. And I'm going to show you why. Ideally, you also have two monks. And this is, I think the monks is where the guilds have been really struggling with Stix. When they ask me to help, I see the problem almost immediately. Also, a blood DK tank is really good, and um, another DK is pretty good, but the blood DK not required, but will make things a lot easier, and you'll see why. So you're gonna see here. Oh, the other thing I want to note is you don't want too many melee for fire, and I'll show you why. So the first thing here is you're going to see there's some markers on the ground. When we go around the room, you're going to see the markers. The tank in this video tactics has a really good guide on the tank movement of this fight, so he's going to have a lot more experience on what to do with the boss exactly. So your tanks should 1000% go check that out. But in terms of the strategy itself, these fire circles, you never want to light trash. These first ones are free. Then you're going to get this first sorting. This sorting needs, oh perfect, he gets it, needs to be, every time you get sorting you need to pre-plan your movement. And this is where people really struggle. So see these small circles and stuff, this is where small trash is going to be. So what he's basically doing here is he turns around, pre-runs to a small, and he's going to calculate the path he wants to go. This is, I don't know if they nerfed it one more time after this. Um, this is pre-nerf for sure with the Scrap Masters, but the same thing applies. So you can see he's planning his movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. Scrapmaster, medium, Scrapmaster. That was all planned from the rip. He's also playing in this orange territory as he's the orange marker. And now there's a bomb. I don't know if he's the one who gets it, but he's trying to get big. So this guy's going to get it here. He's just going to get big, and he's going to hit the back of the boss. Very critical. So what you can see here is, we'll show it when he doesn't get the ball, but there was a ROP that pushed all the bombshells forward. And I'm going to show how those work. The first set's really easy, so we'll show it the harder sets. The other thing I want to note is these Scrap Masters, they need kicks. We had a kick order, but honestly, it wasn't like that good. If you knock out if you get a Scrap Master and you hit a bomb, it's your job to kick it, and if you can't kick, you have to call for help. And make sure these get in because these can just one-shot people over time. The hyenas here, ideally you try to pick them up with the ball, but at the end of the day, the tank can just bring them in. So keep that in mind. They will go after your boomkins and stuff though, so your boomkins gotta be really careful. And you can see here there's fire circles coming. And what the tanks are doing is they're bringing the boss over towards the edge here. And they're trying to light specific fire on the ground. And we're pre-spreading here. Too many melee makes this hell. So, but we'll show that next with the fire. Anyway, for intermission, we use this gate. You can also just run out with movement speed. Doesn't overly matter. And then you have, again, fire circles. So the tanks are going to pick which ones to burn here. Everyone else is going to spread. There's the burn. And now we're going to get sorting. So what they're doing here is they're pulling the boss to the side, and they're trying to get the crabs to spawn on certain trash piles. So we pull it to the side. He doesn't get it now. The people who do get it are going to line up. And if you want to tank POV again, look at tactics. He does this a bit. He gets bowled every single time. That's how the tank swap works. And now that we've successfully baited these bombshells here, we can knock them off using boomkins and shadow priests. and there's situations like this where there's a Scrap Master in between two crabs. So you have to be really careful, maybe not to grip those in until the Scrap Master's done. Grip them in. You can see the ROP in here. Push them forward. And then we hit the balls in the back of the boss because it's 100% safe. Scrap Masters are good. And this starts repeating over. Get this kick good. And this keeps repeating over and over and over. Spread fire circles. They're going to pull the boss to the edge. They're trying to get certain things to light on fire. And then they're going to bait the crabs. I think they're going to spawn here, here, here. And I don't know about the last one. So again, sorting is going to come out. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So sorting is going to come out. And again, this is a bad Scrap Master. But what he's doing, the DK tank, is he's bringing the boss to the bombshells to spread Ignite and to get passive cleave. So Ignite's spreading on them. They're going to get knocked off. This one gets gripped because the ball's not near. The DKs need to use their eyes. This guy comes in, grabs it. You see the ROP knocking them forward. They bring the boss in the middle-ish of the room, giving the balls a clear path to hit the back of the boss. And you're good. And you need kicks on Scrap Masters. Hyenas are coming in, and it repeats. So when you're setting up your DPS CDs for this boss, most classes, it's pretty easy to go to the Warcraft logs and check. Boomkins and Shadow Priests kind of have set CDs. Shadow Priests are always around their just set marker. Boomkins, I think, go like, you would have to look at the logs. We can actually take a look at that. It depends on when they get picked, but they want to try to take down like set 2, set 3, and set 4, if I remember. Or sorry, set 2, 3, and 5. Set 4 is the set that you have no CDs, and in our comms, you'll hear us be like no CD set, which means the bombshells take more priority. So things start falling apart a little here. But again, as long as you get kicks and you can kind of keep things under control, you can kill the boss with less people. It's really just about knocking the bombshells off, killing them, and picking up the Scrap Masters. That's it. Stepping away from fire. Again, the tank's going to bring it out. Target fire. Yep. Here we go. Sorting. Bombshell baits here. This is the no CD set because you can see he's already swapped off. I think this is set 4. And we're trying to knock these off ASAP because, again, we have no cooldowns, and we have a Boomkin dead, and we have Shadow Priest dead. Bring him under. ROP. Get the bombs. This one has to die over here. That was very sus. So again, yeah, without too many people, it definitely gets a little messy. But as you can see here, we're kind of holding it together by just dealing with the ads as they come out. I'm bringing this over here a second so you can see this is just a Boomkin. Example, this is the set we just saw, but they're trying to hit the sets that most of the other sets with their incarn. Now, one thing I want to note at the end of the fight is if the boss is like, I would say 10%-ish, you can just throw the balls into the boss and kill it. So you'll actually see that here. And actually he gets it. It's perfect. So he's playing yellow. He's going to plan out his path. Here he goes. Okay, he's got the hyenas right there. Easy. Plan out path. Grab the Scrap Master. He's getting big. We're pulling the boss away from the bombshells. We do not care about them. Boss is going mid. You get big. You hit the boss. Hit the boss, hit the boss, hit the boss before the bombs blow up. You need like 8 to 10%-ish to get away with that. If you're lower, just totally do it. Just pull the boss away and do it. And this set is unbelievably ruthless. So if you can skip it, it's really, really good. So big takeaways. Tank movement, absolutely critical. Your tanks need to know what they're doing. There's a weak ore, there's a stop sign weak ore you saw in this video. The liquid pack has another one, which is good. So do that. Make sure people pre-plan their sorting path. make sure that you kick Scrap Masters. Those can absolutely truck people from downtown. And make sure you ROP the things forward in front of the boss. You do not, you always leave the boss's back open for the balls to hit. So that's everything for Stix. I will see you in the next video on Sprocketmonger, and I'll have everything out in the next day or so. So thank you everyone, and peace.